Okay, so UnitedHealthcare's CEO is shot and killed outside a New York City hotel. Okay, an Associated Press source says, all right. UnitedHealthcare is the insurance arm of the healthcare giant United Health Group Inc. The Minnetonka, Minnesota-based company was scheduled to have its annual meeting with investors in New York City to update Wall Street on the company's direction and expectations for the coming year, according to a company media advisory. An announcement was made to attendees Wednesday morning that the conference was ending early. This was not what appears to be a just random act of violence. It seems to be clearly targeted by an individual, and we will apprehend that individual, is the quote here.
We continue to follow what has become a national breaking news story this morning. Minnesota-based UnitedHealthcare CEO is dead after being shot in New York City this morning. Our Bill Keller is in the live center with the very latest information. Bill, big story here. Good morning.
Good morning, Tom. This was actually a brazen attack just outside a busy hotel in the heart of Midtown Manhattan. Right now, New York City police are getting ready. They've been holding a press briefing about this morning's deadly shooting, and here's what we have learned. Now, according to the NYPD, 50-year-old Brian Thompson was gunned down around 6:45 this morning. This was outside the Hilton Hotel right in Midtown, 54th and 6th Avenue. The victim taken to Mount Sinai West Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Now, according to police sources, Thompson was shot in the chest and leg shortly before the company's annual investors meeting. Sources say the shooting was not random, but rather a targeted attack. While the motive for the shooting is still unclear, Thompson said to be confronted by a masked gunman who was allegedly waiting for him.
But the guy, he was here in this corner the whole night. Yeah.
Who was on the corner?
The guy who shot the guy.
Actually, I was paying attention. I was holding my phone, then I heard the shot, And when I look at the guy was with a gun, like, the silent gun. It got like a black gun. And I saw him after he shot him. He ran across the street this way. I tried to take a picture, but it's too far away.
Brian Thompson joined United Health Group 20 years ago. He was named the company's chief executive officer in April of 2021. The Minnetonka-based health insurance giant ranks 5th on the Fortune 500 and employs more than 100,000 people worldwide. In a statement just released, United Healthcare Group says that we are deeply saddened and shocked at the passing of our dear friend and our colleague, Brian Thompson, the CEO of United Healthcare. Brian was a highly respected colleague and friend to all who worked with him. We are working closely with the New York City Police Department and asking for their patience and understanding during this difficult time. They say that our hearts go out to Brian's family and all those who were close to him. As you heard, after that shooting, the suspect fled the scene. Witnesses describing the gunman as a white male, but so far no arrests have been made. Tom, investigators with the NYPD now reaching out to law enforcement here in Minnesota, but again, still no known motive for this horrific shooting. Back to you.
Yeah, just shocking. All right, Bill Keller live in our live center. Thank you, Bill.
Okay.
We continue to follow.
So, UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson was killed Wednesday morning in what investigators suspect was a targeted shooting again. And you see the New York Hilton Midtown about 6:45 a.m. Okay? Look at New York Hilton Midtown equals 107 and 100, just like shooting, and Wednesday equal 107 and 100. And those of y'all who don't know what this is gematria, okay? a Kabbalistic method of interpreting the Hebrew scriptures by computing the numerical value of words based on those of their constituent letters. Okay, in numerology, gematria, the practice of assigning a numerical value to a name, word, or phrase by reading it as a number, or sometimes by using an alpha numerical cipher. The letters of the alphabets involved have standard numerical values, but a word can yield several values in a cipher if a cipher is used. And you see, I just used the 4 ciphers with the English language that I speak. That's what we just heard in the news, a pretty big language, right? And just the alphabet, okay? 26 letters, forwards, reverse, with reduction applied to both. And you see, Brian Thompson and CEO Brian Thompson both equal 187. Okay, and we know that is the murder code, okay, on this world stage, right? 187 murder code. I first heard it in rap music. If it wasn't for rap music, I may not know, right? But Snoop Dogg, way back in the day, right? 187 on an undercover cop, right? But I want you to see here that Brian Thompson equals 65 like Debbie Nelson, just to show you how this connects with other trending stories, because that's Eminem's mom, R.I.P. She is dead as well, trending, dead of lung cancer. So you see, you get 65, just like with this character, R.I.P. You get another 65. I just wanted to show you that as an example of how these stories connect. All right, so again, UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson killed Wednesday in what investigators suspect was a targeted shooting outside a Manhattan hotel where the company was holding an investor conference. And you see United Health Group Inc., founded January 1977, United Healthcare Group Inc., and United Healthcare Corporation, just different variations of how they tell you the name here, was founded in 1977 to purchase Charter Med and create a network-based health plan for seniors. It became a publicly traded company in 1984 and changed its name to United Health Group in 1998. Okay, and just some, skeptical footage here on the suspect, right? You see here, they give us like a few pics here of the shooter, okay? And I guess they're investigating. Look at United Healthcare equals 89 in reverse reduction. That's the 24th prime number. Hotel equals 24. All right. This happens, they say, outside of this Manhattan hotel. And you see on a 24 date numerology as well. Okay. And you see New York, Hilton, Midtown. All right. So that's interesting, right? A person briefed on the investigation confirmed to the AP that the victim was Thompson, the health insurance company's 50-year-old CEO. Speaking about the shooting, the New York City Mayor, Eric Adams, said it did not appear to be a random attack. Police said the shooter fled after the shooting, which happened around 6:45. Outside of Hilton, the victim was taken to a nearby hospital but could not be saved. Adams said police were reviewing evidence from the scene, including the video, and you saw the pic, right? Again, here's a pic. There's a couple little grainy pics of the suspect similar to that. So look at Eric Adams equals 73 and 37. And notice Brian Thompson, they don't get an exact birthday with the guy. Just says businessman, served as CEO of UnitedHealthcare beginning in April 2021. But look, birth year 1973 or 74. But 73 equals UnitedHealthcare. 73 equals shot and killed, which they give us right in the title. And again, they want to bring up Eric Adams. Okay? New York City Mayor Eric Adams said it did not appear to be a random attack. And look, Eric Adams, 73 and 37. Okay? You see, I want you to see sacrifice equals 73, shooting equals 37, killed equals 37. This took place on Wednesday. Wednesday equals 37. Okay? And also, shooting equals 44 like Wednesday, 44 like kill. Shooting also equals 109. And in the same cipher, killed equals 109. Okay? And also, Eric Adams, you get 170 in the reverse cipher, just like sacrifice. And 62 in reverse reduction, just like sacrifice. What's up with that? And also, Mayor Eric Adams, just like that, you get 64 like kill, 89 like United Healthcare. And something else with this guy's birthday, let me pull it up over here, because you're gonna get a sacrifice connection, just kind of in a different form. Mayor Eric Adams' birthday. Look at September 1st, 1960. Now I'll open this up. And this was Wednesday. So we'll put September 1st. And this was Wednesday the 4th. This took place. So you see it's 94 days after his birthday, right? And did it say he was born in 1960? Look, there's 60 date numerology on the shooting here. I think they said he was born in 60. Yeah, he was born in 60. How about that? Okay. So, but look at his birthday down here. His last birthday leaves 121 days. Okay. You see right there, Mayor Eric Adams leaves 121 days in the year. And BL OOD sacrifice equals 121. Look at that. So that kind of connects about every which way. And even kill equals 17. And you see a 17 within Eric Adams and sacrifice right there. Okay? So an interesting connection. Oh, and you see right there, hotel equals 60. With the shooting on a 60 date numerology. Okay? And his birthday, September 1st. You see that right there? And born in 1960, hotel equals 60. And it said 94 days after his birthday. You know why that's amazing? Just to show you the numbers that connect with New York here and other events in history. So he's got the 9/1 birthday, right? And that's kind of like 9 with the double oneer, right? Right? And you remember that day in history. You know, think about 911 emergency, but he's got the 9/1 birthday. This was 94 days again after his birthday. So look at the 94 right there. Okay? And look what equals 94, which connects with that 911. Let me see if I can remember this. World Trade Center equals 94. You see that right there? Okay? And look at in the reduction cipher how World Trade Center equals 77. Remember, UnitedHealthcare Group founded date 1977. Okay? You see that right there? And wasn't there, I don't want to get too deep into this, but Flight 77. You see this? And look at the date again, and remember Eric Adams with the 9/1 birthday. You see? I don't want to get too deep in it, but you see it right there. So that's interesting, and a few of those points were on the fly right there. So, since we're here, explain what healthcare is.
Here's the definition of healthcare: the organized provision of medical care to individuals or a community.
Okay. The improvement of health via the prevention, diagnosis, treatment, amelioration of cure of disease, illness, injury. So what is health insurance?
According to CMS, health insurance provides important financial protection in case you have an accident or sickness. For example, health insurance may help to pay for doctor's services, medications, hospital care, and special equipment when someone is sick or injured, often in exchange for a monthly premium.
All right, just to show you that why we're over there, right? But that's an interesting connection with the mayor here, and it exposes the code just a little bit more, doesn't it? And it says has served as the 110th mayor of New York. Isn't there like a Interstate 110 that runs north and south through New York, I believe? And you see the 11 within the 110. New York's the 11th state. New York equals 111. And so on, right? A lot of connections there with those numbers and New York. Okay? And notice how health equals 27 in two ciphers. All right? And this shooting December 4th, on the day leaving 27 days in the year. Okay? Healthcare CEO gunned down in NYC outside a New York hotel Wednesday morning. All right? And morning would be an appropriate word with this story. You see right here, Thompson had served as CEO for more than 3 years and had been with the company since 2004. 2004, now we're in the year 24. You see how that works? And RIP. Okay? And you see top stories, news about United Healthcare, Brian Thompson, CEO, shot in an apparent targeted event here. Okay? And Minnesota Governor Tim Walz has tweeted, of course, right? Because you see, United Health Group originated in, it says, a Minnesota-based Charter Med Incorporated was founded by Richard Taylor Burke, but you see, this is horrifying news and a terrible loss for the business and healthcare community in Minnesota, the Democrat wrote. You see that right there? So you get Tim Walz checking in with the tweet, governor of Minnesota. And you see, again, you get a Minnesota connection here, United Health Group, Inc. this health insurance company, American multinational health insurance and services company based in Minnesota. And we just had the presidential selection. This was the running mate for Kamala, who lost the selection, right? But notice how it says he was 50, but they don't have a birthday. They just have the birth year, 73 or 74, and United Health Group originated in late 1974. And don't forget, we went over the 73s already. Okay? And you see how they connected with sacrifice, and you see all of the 37s as well. UnitedHealthcare 73, shot and killed 73, Eric Adams 73 and 37. Right? With those other 37s there, to me this code exposes the truth of what the world is ran on. Okay? And then you get the tweet. Don't forget the Minnesota Lynx were in the WNBA finals as well. There's a trend. There's been Minnesota, the Vikings, even in football, have been trending, right? And they just signed Daniel Jones as a free agent. And I think they're trending again also because Minnesota Viking legend Randy Moss appears to be ill, and I'm working on that story right now also. And Minnesota M, I just look down there at the bottom and I see Medicaid programs. So I see an M there. UnitedHealthcare is the largest provider of Medicare. You see? Advantage plans in the U.S. and manages health insurance coverage for employers and state and federally funded Medicaid programs. So, and even Minnetonka, Minnesota, you get another M there. Wow, that's amazing. You get the double M. I mentioned Eminem earlier, right? And his mom, you see how his mom's name connected to this character, RIP with both. She passed 2 days before this guy. But M and M, Minnetonka, Minnesota, like Marshall Mathers, M and M, right? So you see how these stories connect further. Okay, Brian Robert Thompson here. All right. So United Healthcare, again, is the insurance arm of the healthcare giant United Health Group, Inc. Right? They were scheduled again to have this meeting with investors. And I guess they had to cut it short due to the shooting. Wall Street on the company's direction and expectations for the coming year, according to a company media advisory. An announcement was made to the attendees Wednesday a.m. morning that the conference was ending early.
As former chief of detectives, you've led investigations like this. How do you go about piecing this together with such a vague description of the suspect? Someone dressed all in black, wearing a mask, can't see his face. So now what?
So now you look at things, you got to do a video canvas. But first you have to lock down that crime scene because you have eyewitnesses who've already testified they saw it. So you go with that video, with that description they have, and you start doing almost like a leapfrog, a bit like a scent, with only a video on of where he runs off to. It's also important this man was there. So this was a target. They knew he was coming, and it was a setup. Right now, we'll talk about motive later, but right now you have to lock down what you have. Those projectiles in the street, those shell casings, and that video, which is always important. I was chief of Manhattan Detectives before I was chief of detectives, and I'll tell you, there's a lot of video out there that's going to aid in this investigation. So I think it's going to go very quickly.
And you're talking about video, Phil. It sounds like we're getting photos in now too.
Yeah, he's right. Robert knows exactly what's going on, and these are the pictures. Take a look. That is a picture, police tell us, of the suspect as he grabbed a bike and took off. This is the suspect out in front of the hotel. So you can see he's wearing dark clothes, just like witnesses said, hood over his head, that backpack on, grabbed a bicycle after he ran down an alley and took off. So Bob's right. He could be anywhere in Manhattan, and they have to lock that down. We do have a couple of interviews WABC, our local affiliate here, did with a few folks who witnessed the shooting, and saw the shooter before. So let's take a listen to them.
Was holding my phone, then I heard the shot, you know.
As former
Right, so I guess that's going to be the thumbnail. We just get like a couple of pictures with this guy here that I kind of have to just like recycle and use over and over. All right, so let me see if I can pull up. Let me pull up his page real quick. Let me share tab. You see top stories. And that's you would think we could get an actual birthday somehow, some way, right? I mean, you would think there's ways of finding out someone's birthday, right? But, here he is. Brian Thompson, again, was named CEO in April 2021. Prior to this role, and it's a role, right? He served as CEO of UnitedHealthcare, whatever they were going to say that, United Healthcare Government. Okay, that page is not found now. All right, so interesting. There's Mayor Eric Adams. A strong connection here. Anytime they mention somebody in the article, look how it says 110th mayor of New York City since 1/1. Remember, New York, the 11th state, New York equals 111 in the code. And he's born on the 1st as well. Okay. And, we mentioned that World Trade Center, and we mentioned his September 1 birthday, kind of like, emergency 911, right? And then those two buildings that looked like an 11 as well. But yeah, I definitely don't want to go too deep there. But interesting, right? You see him right here. A trending character for other reasons also, political. So that's what we get. We're going to get more details, obviously. But United Healthcare CEO shot and killed outside a New York City hotel, an Associated Press source says, okay? And the 73s and the 37, those numbers that hit here are undeniable with these characters, with what went down, with what appears to be a sacrifice in some way, shape, or form. Okay, you saw Eric Adams' last birthday leaving 121 days, 121 equaling blood sacrifice, right? And then you get the 187 even a couple of times there, and you see the connection with the other RIP character, Debbie Nelson, which is Eminem's mom. Okay. So shout out to y'all. This is Daily Decodes 81.2. And there's going to be more video. I guess they had a live press conference here. But yeah, you see how I don't think those numbers lie, y'all. And they just raise a question. What is going on with these trending stories? It's already a thing that we hear history repeating, and it's kind of like insert character here to keep the momentum going, isn't it? And I don't know what this means for healthcare. There may be some kind of symbolism here, you know, I remember last year when we were getting a lot of cash and money stories that were hitting, and remember that the Cash App founder or whatever was killed as well. So, and then they had Fed Now that hit, right? But there's, there may be some kind of symbolism here regarding healthcare in the country. I'm not sure yet, but just putting it out there. So shout out to y'all again. RIP with the death. These negative stories, I guess, have to be covered, right? But yeah, daily decodes 81.2. If this happened, because we have to be speculative of these stories, and I think that it's okay to be like that, because it's obvious we have been deceived in this fake world. All right, so everybody stay aware, keep your eyes open. Until next time, all right, peace.